change that the government announced this morning will mean that 18,300 of my constituents in Hamble Valley will go without their winter fuel payment this Christmas. And I just wanted to set out in the brief time that I have why I believe that this is just a start from this government. The first reason is that cutting winter fuel payments for poorer pensioners is a political choice. It is not a necessity, despite what the Leader of the House says. And over the election period, Labour said it would not cut the winter fuel payment. They've broken their promise to the British people, and those people will remember. And they have also said that they would possibly do more, or they have denied that they wouldn't do more. The measures today will save £1 billion, as I outlined earlier in my intervention. But Labour have awarded inflation-busting pay rises to their union paymasters of £9 billion. And as we've heard from the Chancellor today, I will give way to the honourable member.
Could the member opposite explain to this House and his constituents why he wouldn't back fair pay rises for teachers, nurses, prison officers, the members of the armed forces in his constituency?
I won't take any lectures from him, but what I will say to him is that I would always defend pay rises for people in this country who deserve it, which is exactly what this government did. What this government hasn't done is awarded inflation-busting pay rises of 22% to the people that paid for their general election, which has actually meant that inflation has increased in this country. I believe people deserve pay rises, but I believe it should be within a fiscal envelope that's responsible, and this government simply hasn't done that. And as we heard from the Chancellor earlier, these measures that she's announced actually will cost more than the savings that will be generated from the winter fuel payments being scrapped. That's a shambles, I have to say to the government. And they've done it at a time when energy bills would increase by 10%, despite the promise that the Labour Party made opposite, that they would freeze energy bills. That's another broken promise that pensioners will have to face this Christmas. And they've also done it at a time where they have refused to rule out the scrapping of the 25% single occupancy discount for pensioners and single people across this country, which, if it does go ahead, will be on average another £600 that they will deprive pensioners of in this country. That is a political choice, and that is a choice of a cost of living bombshell that this Labour government, the supposed party of hard-working people, will be imposing on vulnerable and poorer pensions across this country. This government has a choice this afternoon, and it has a choice going forward. They should reverse this cut. They should stand up for the thousands of people in their constituencies who will be made poorer by this government. They need to reject the measures that they outlined earlier, because let me put it this way, 18,000 people in my constituency rely on that winter fuel payment, and thousands of their constituents opposite also rely on that winter fuel payment. And when they go to the ballot box in 4 years' time, I look forward to them standing up to their pensioners and explaining why they made them poorer.
Lewis Cocking.